Learning for me has always been a part of me. And as we went through the journey here and really entered into transformation, what became apparent was that somewhere along the way, we had lost the importance of learning in our organization. And we needed to put that back in. If you want to advance in the organization, you need to constantly learn new skills. But it was just as important that people that were in current roles, that may be in role, needed to learn, because the world was changing around them. I think we've had to take learning from classroom learning and the teacher standing in front of us and teaching to a much broader context, day-to-day life. As we entered into transformation and looked at something we called right role, right person, and worked to develop ourselves, we felt that quality people became important. The biggest thing I would say about empowerment, we've done a lot around it, is it starts with the individual. The empowerment piece for me, especially given our businesses, requires individual decision making. We don't want people that have these new tools to have the tools rule. I don't care whether it's CAMP or the BI stuff or the rating engines that we're building. They're tools that we use. But at the top of the pyramid is still an individual that's got to make decisions. If a person doesn't feel empowered on their team, they're not going to contribute as much as they can contribute. And I like to say every individual's got more capability to contribute than they even know. We talk about caring, trusting, and our core values, trusting people. Our people get it. And as people come into the organization and join us, whether they're mid-career or brand new, they sort of get washed in it. What was interesting for me is sharing knowledge and building trust became foundational to everything we talked about. If you're a part of the Westfield team, you're always carrying the Westfield brand. It's a little bit like being in the military. If you're a military officer, there's never a moment you're not. And what you have to learn there is titles don't really matter. There's people with experience and different experiences than you've got, and you better pay attention. And I learned that these other people that had been there longer, that didn't have the rank, knew a hell of a lot more than I did. The secret sauce really is this collaboration piece and a breadth that one can gather on any perspective outside of their silo. And oftentimes the best idea comes from someplace you hadn't even thought it would come from. If you've got an alignment and you understand what it is that you want to be, your purpose and your goals, you've got to stay aligned to those. And that has to be through thick and thin, if you will, the good times and the bad. I mean, you really can't take a time out in this learning thing and this development thing. If you talk to agents today, they have a real appreciation for TAP and our desire to educate their people. What's really interesting about it is we've never stopped. I don't think since the time it started, we've ever stopped. If you look around, there are people who've been in and out of it. We've never stopped. We've got a value proposition there that is a differentiator for us. Well, how'd you get in insurance? None of us ever intended to get in insurance by design.
That's true.
Opportunity is going to strike at the oddest time. We are seeing talent today that maybe would not have thought of insurance. They would not have thought maybe even to come talk to Westfield, but today they are, and that gives us an opportunity. We've got a really good chance of closure, because if we can get them here, there's something we've got that's hard to replicate someplace else, even here in Westfield Center or one of our service offices. It's pretty cool. The game show experience around brand, community, kids, giving back has been a win-win-win-win. The side benefit of it was, though, we decided that we wanted to do for the top 12 teams, bring them to Westfield and spend the day with us. My God, they're going to come listen to insurance. And it's interesting to see them come here and say, ooh, I didn't realize, I thought this was sales. And give them a chance to see all the different things that we do inside our company. The Joyce Center, if you try to capture what we want to do, it's in the vision statement. Delivering on our promise, peace of mind, delivered through an exceptional team of people. Joyce Center puts us in a position that will become the asset to deliver on the vision.